It's crazy getting a one-way ticket and not knowing what to expect. It's been almost a decade living in Russia. So today I'm going to be sharing with you guys things you need to know before moving to Russia. I'm basically going to be helping you guys how to figure your life out. I'm going to be talking about housing, where to get an apartment, transportation, how to explore the cities, where to live, where to order food, how to get a job. I'm going to be talking literally about everything. So stay tuned and let's get into this video. First of all, let's talk about transportation. In Russia, we have transportation apps like Uber and Yandex. This is if you want to get a taxi. In Russia, how the application for public transportation works, like if you want to go by bus and you want to go to a particular place, there will be a bus number that goes to that place. But foreigners like us, we don't know the bus number, so that's why you will need the application for the bus. So you just type in the name of the place you want to go to and the number of buses come, the number of the bus come. So like for example, bus number 5 goes to this place, so it will come and it will even tell you the time that the bus will be arriving. And I will always advise foreigners to learn how to use the map and how to use the metro, because it's going to save your money, especially when you just come to Russia, because using taxi always, it might be very expensive. The transportation fee of the bus in my city is 37 rubles and some buses 33 rubles. But then if you are going to use a taxi, it might be like 300 rubles, 400 rubles. It all depends to where you are going to, of course. But with a bus, like the fee is always 37 rubles, 33 rubles, so you can see the huge difference. I would also advise foreigners to learn how to use the subway if you'll be living in bigger cities. The subway is not very difficult. It might look complicated. I lived in St. Petersburg before. The first time I was in Peters in Moscow, I did not know how to use the subway. And of course, I learned. I think it's just something that you just use it maybe once or twice and you will understand. And even if you get lost, you can always ask people. So we also have like Yandex Map. It's very good for the subway. It's very easy. So I would advise foreigners, if you want to come to Russia and you will be living in bigger cities, learn to use the subway. And even if you have come to Russia, you don't know how to use the subway, it's nothing difficult. You can still learn it, and you can just go to the subway station and ask people where you need to go to, like which line, the red line, the blue line, and they will show you, and that's how you learn. The moment 2 or 3 people show you, you already know it. Because me too, the same thing with me. I never knew how to even use the map. I learned literally everything in Russia. So yeah. We have the Yandex application that is also for the taxis, and that same Yandex application, you can use it to order food in Russia. Food there are not very expensive, very cheap. You can order like food products, you can order even clothes from that application. Using Yandex in Russia is the goal. Yandex is very easy to use, so I would encourage everyone to download all the Yandex applications in your phone. We have the one for the map and we have the one for taxis, which include the food delivery, the shopping, like literally everything. You can order food products, groceries, everything from the Yandex application. So it's very interesting. It's like just one little application and there is literally everything in it. So yeah, thank you to Yandex. So let's talk about the banking system in Russia. The best thing about living in Russia is when you have a Russian card and you want to withdraw from the ATM, it is totally free. I've learned that in some countries people pay a little fee, a certain amount of fee to withdraw money, but in Russia it's totally free. So if you plan to live in Russia for a very long time, I would advise you get yourself a Russian bank. To open a bank account, of course, you need your passport, registration, and we have fast service bank like Sberbank. If you go to Sberbank, like if you go today, you can get a Russian card there today. So it's really very good. You just go there with your passport and your registration, and you tell them that you need a card, a Russian card, and they will give it to you like within 1 hour or maybe even less than an hour. Your card will be ready. We have banks like Tinkoff, but Tinkoff, you need to do everything online because they don't have an office. We have banks like Alpha Bank, VTB Bank. We have a lot of banks, but in Russia, most people they use Sberbank, so it's their common bank in Russia. So I would advise you guys to go to Sberbank with your passport, registration, and get a card. With the card, you can be able to order things online, and then with the cards you can also pay at supermarket. You don't need to be walking around with cash always, and you can always withdraw if you need cash. It's literally free, there is no fee. So yeah, it's really very good. My next advice is going to be download Google Translator. Not only to download the application, but the language itself, because sometimes there are situations that you don't have internet, you are offline, and you really need the translator, and because you don't have an internet, you cannot translate literally anything. So I will advise you guys to download Google Translator and download the English language and the Russian language, so you will be able to use it for the first 3-6 months that you will be in Russia. I will also advise you to download VK. For me, in my own personal point of view, VK is like the Russian Facebook. Of course, we have Instagram and we have Facebook. So VK is like the Russian Facebook. So you can post pictures, you can talk to people you know, people you don't know, you can add friends up. So it will be very good for your Russian language. Download VK. VK is really very good. You can even listen to music and watch videos there. It's almost like Facebook. Facebook is blue, VK is also blue. So yeah, it's almost like Facebook. So download VK and talk with Russians there to improve your Russian language. Let's talk about dating in Russia. What's happening? We don't have Tinder in Russia anymore. How do people meet each other? Of course, we still have online dating applications. We have applications like DaVinci. DaVinci is like a bot in Telegram. We also have VK Snakomsva. This is like the VK application that I told you guys to download. That's like Facebook. It's like an app in that VK app. So something like that as well. So, and then we have Mamba, and then I'm sure we have a lot of other dating applications, and you can always go out to meet people. You can go to the park, you can go to the restaurant, you can go to the beach, you can go literally anywhere, and you will meet people, and you can try to have a conversation with them. Like, Russians are very nice, friendly people, so you can just go with like, how are you, or you can go like, I'm new here, I don't have friends, I'm looking for friends, something like that. So yeah. Let's talk about documents. Many people advise people to move with their documents, like with their passport, while going out in the city. I think, to be honest, I think it depends to the city you're living in. Maybe in Moscow, St. Petersburg, they stop foreigners. Maybe, I'm not sure. I've never been stopped personally. I lived in St. Petersburg before for almost a year. My brother also lived there. But people advise people to take their documents with them wherever they are going. I think it's just for safety, something like that. But to be honest, I don't move with my documents at all. I don't move with my documents because I'm just someone that I'm literally scared that I might lose them. What if I lost my passport? What will happen? So to be honest, I don't move with my documents. But people advise people to go out with their documents. So you can come and try it. Maybe for the first week you can go with your document and see how it will be, and later if you decided not to move with your documents, you can just maybe do a photocopy of your documents, of your passport, if you want to be on the safe side. Or you can take your documents with you. Whatever works for you, whatever is comfortable for you, you can do it. Clothing in Russia during winter. Like, guys, to be honest, buy your winter clothes in Russia. Don't bring winter clothes from Africa or from wherever you are coming from to bring it in Russia. If you are coming from a hotter country and you want to bring the winter clothes from there, you using the clothes in Russia, you are not going to feel warm. I did the same mistake. Please don't be like me. When I was coming, I got my winter jacket from Africa. I froze. My eyes literally turned red. If my skin could have turned red, I would have been red like a tomato, because I really froze. I literally froze. Like, it was very, very, very cold until I got my winter stuffs here in Russia. The gloves, the kurtka, господи, the gloves, jackets, the scarf, and literally everything. So guys, please invest in very good winter jackets and get them in Russia. They might be a little bit expensive, but if you're going to live here for 2 years, 3 years, these jackets will go with you for a very long time. I have a winter jacket that have been with me for literally 3-4 years, and it was not even that expensive. Like, invest in very good winter clothing, and the shoes as well, because if your feet is cold, you are moving outside, it's literally ice, and you are not having good socks, you are not wearing good shoes, you are going to fall sick, and I don't want you to be sick. So please invest in very good winter clothing, please. When you make Russian friends and they invite you to their houses or to their home, please remove your shoes. Don't enter in people's house with your shoes on. Like, in Russia, like, we don't even remove the shoes. Like, for example, even if you wear your socks outside and you want to enter in the bedroom on the bed, you literally remove your socks before you go on the bed. So imagine you bringing your shoes in somebody's house. Please remove your shoes before you enter in people's houses. And if you will go in their bedrooms, please remove your socks. I don't know what you are going to be doing in their bedroom, but if you will go in their bedroom, please remove your socks as well. My next advice is, if you are a student and you are just coming and you know that you don't have much money, you don't even know their country yet, you don't even speak the language, please, I advise you to stay in the school hostel. Like, 99% of all the students, you might watch their YouTube videos, seeing them living in the apartments today. There was a time and we all stay in the school hostel. So please, do not compare yourself to people that have been here for 10 years, 20 years, 500 years. Please stay in the school dormitory. That is going to lower your cost of living down, because living in apartment for a student that you don't even know your way about is very expensive. So please, stay in the school hostel. It's actually really good because you have roommates and you can talk to them. You learn the language. If you be like me, you stay in an apartment. Sometimes I go 3 days without not seeing anyone and without not talking to anyone. So how do you expect to learn the language? Please, I advise you to stay in the school hostel. It's far way cheaper. You will meet friends and it will be fun. It's part of students' life. You will literally enjoy yourself. My time in the school hostel was one of the best time of my life. Then I was in the party era. We used to party every weekend, and there was always like these holidays stuff. We come together, we make parties. Like, it was actually very nice. It was very fun. So I would advise you to stay in the hostel. But if you have money and you want to rent apartment, I got you. We have applications like Avito. I love Avito. I'm on Avito like literally almost every day. On Avito, you can literally sell stuffs and you can also buy stuffs. When I mean stuff, I mean clothing, I mean food, I mean like literally everything. You can get it from Avito. And if you are looking for an apartment also, you can rent apartment from there. So yeah, all the houses I've stayed in Russia, I got these houses myself without the help of an agent, because Avito makes life very, very easy for us. When you go there, you can either get an apartment through an agent, or you can choose to get an apartment from their house owner themselves, so you don't need to pay agent fee. It's like Chasney, that's like private, and then we have agents. So you can always choose the Chasney, that's like the private one, to get apartment from the house owners. So all my apartments I got, they were from Avito, and I never pay an agent fee because I'm so stingy with my money. So yeah, They are literally everything on Avito. Even before, when I wanted to sell my clothes, which I did not sell them, but I literally put them up on Avito, and people were literally texting me. So if you have anything, you can even do business on Avito. Maybe you have stuffs from Africa, you want to sell them in Russia, Avito. Like literally everything you can sell them on Avito. So yeah. The next thing I'm going to be talking about is exploring the cities. Honestly, you don't need to go to these big restaurants every day. You can just take a walk in the cities. Like Russia is so beautiful. The cities are so beautiful. Like you can just walk everywhere, go to the park, go to the museum, like just take a walk in the city, just walk, and you will literally enjoy it. Russians love walking, and I personally also love walking. Sometimes I walk 33,000 steps, 36,000 steps when the weather is good, and like I'm just walking and just walking around. Like guys, walk, explore the cities. You know the city, you know where you live, and you will meet new people. It's actually very, very good. Yeah, and I think that's one of the best way to meet people, because when you are working, especially if you are a foreigner, people are interested, they want to talk to you, and even if you get lost, you can always ask for help. They will help you. I've gotten lost billion of times, and I always ask people for help, and they always help me. So yeah, and even when my Russian was not good, there were people who could speak English, or they literally managed to speak English, or we use a translator. So yeah, guys, don't be afraid to explore the cities. Explore the cities and enjoy, especially when you are here in the summer. It's really amazing. So yeah. I've been asked this question literally almost every time. What is needed to work in Russia? Guys, if you are a full-time student, you have the right to work officially and legally in Russia. If you are a full-time student, you have the right. So I was also asked the best cities to live in Russia. The best cities, I think it all depends to your pocket money, I guess. We have cities like Moscow. Of course, Moscow is the capital, is the main city. Of course, Moscow is expensive. We also have St. Petersburg. St. Petersburg is not that expensive to Moscow, but if you compare St. Petersburg to other smaller cities, St. Petersburg is expensive. But the beauty of these cities is there are a lot of opportunities, and if you stay in Peters for a year, you won't know that it is expensive unless you move out to another city. That's when you will know that it's expensive. I literally live in Peters for almost a year, and I got used to the prices until I decided to move back to my city that I am today. And I was like, oh my goodness, Peters is so expensive. So yeah, that's just it. We have Moscow, we have St. Petersburg, we have Kazan, we have Yekaterinburg. These are big cities in Russia that there are a lot of students. And to be honest, the whole of Russia is beautiful. So I'm sure that you guys will find a city to live in Russia. So yeah, guys. So guys, that's literally all for today. Thank you so much for watching this video, and please don't forget to support me by subscribing. I will be so grateful. It's literally so hot here today. That's why I'm going to stop the video, because I'm feeling very hot. I want to go and take a shower. It's very hot. It's like 28 degrees, so I'm thinking of going outside to walk around in the city. It's really very hot, so that's why I'm going to stop this video. So guys, please don't forget to subscribe. Please like this video, and if you have any questions, comment down below. I'm going to be in the comment. I literally reply to all the comments, to all the questions. So please subscribe, join our little family. I love you guys so much, and see you guys very soon.